Yes, Lord. Man, that feel good. New day, new day. Every superhero needs some theme music. Yes, Lord. Hey, hey, new day, new day. It's a new man. Yeah, what's up with it, family? New day, new day. Man, it feels so good to be back in here. It's a new, yeah. We're going to get to the money on a Monday. Let's go. We're going to get to the money on a Monday. It's a new, what's up with you, family? I see y'all filing in, man. Salute to you all. Thank you guys so much, man. So very much. So very much. Thank you so much, man, for taking the time to tune in to your Black Coffee Club live. Man, I am indeed your host, Junior the Truth, man. You follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth. That's JuniorTheTruth, and that's over all the social media platforms, man. Each and every one, man. I'm a little bit rusty, a little bit out of practice. I done got through my sickness, man. I done came through the walk-in pneumonia. You feel me? And I'm back. I'm back. And I'm in here, and blowing the dust off the tools. You know what I mean? Blowing the dust off my equipment. But man, so I'm definitely glad to be in here, man. Salute to you all. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. I am indeed your host, Junior the Truth. You can follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth. That's JuniorTheTruth, and that's over all your social media platforms, each and every one. If you're really looking for me, you can catch me over on the Simple Truth Network. It is our very own super information exchange. www.thesimpletruth.network. You can follow the links in the description, man. It'll get you over there. Come and join the network, man. We over there moving and grooving, willing and dealing. But thank you all so much. Salute to the homie Craig L in the building. What's up with you, brother? Black Attack, what's happening? Lucini, this is it. What? Lucini falling from the sky. What's up with it, Lou? Salute to you, man. Desmond Kunkendall in the building. What's up with it, Big Des, man? Whole lot of BCU going on. What's up with you, Big Des? Salute. Dirt Gang, the Dirt Gang boss is in the building. What's up with you, Dirt Gang? I appreciate you, family. Shay Girl 85, my little sister in the building. I just thought about you the other day. I went and got one of those. I went and got a peppermint mocha. You feel me? I went to Starbucks because it's that season. So I went to Starbucks and got a little peppermint mocha. And I thought about you, Shay Girl. I said, man, I can't wait to get with my sister, man. We go get us some Starbucks. Go on and go get the baby her frappuccino, man. And I can get me I can get my caramel macchiato. Yeah, feel me? Eric O is in the building. What's good with you? Salute to my sister Joe Delaney over on the Instagram live stream. I do see you, and salute to everybody tuning in via the Junior the Truth mobile app as well. Thank you all so much. And also, man, salute to you all. A lot of you all don't catch the stream in real time. Salute to you all. Everybody catching the podcast in syndication, no matter where you are on the earth and at what time listening to this, I want you to know that I really, truly, genuinely, and very, very deeply appreciate you. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate the growth that we're experiencing here with the platform. So thank you all so much. Salute to my brother AB is in the building. What's good with you, homie? Salute to you. Salute to my little brother Mahari Nation Sports Podcast is in the building, man. What's going on with you? What you say? There you are. I'm going to make some gingerbread cookies for your hey Nas. Come on, brother. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, man? What is the matter with you, man? What's the what the problem is, man? Mm-hmm. We coming in love today, man. I got you, Des. We coming in love. Salute to my brother Boxing and Barbecue, man. Y'all just keep filing in, and I'm gonna keep showing love. Salute to my brother Boxing and Barbecue. Big Des, get with me. I got you. Shoot me a text. Shoot me a text. Salute to Tay Tay, the real queen of MMA and combat talk. Hashtag NYC in the building. What's up with you, sweet Tay? Salute to you, love. And salute to New York City, man. NYC, baby. Man, today is a very today is explosive. Today's explosive. I'm not even gonna sit here and play with you all. Today is a topic of discussion that I am very, very excited about. And I am in this space once again, like I'm not just talking. I am in this space of where I'm pressing towards my own growth and my own development and my own mastery. And when I say mastery, I mean the mastering of myself. And so there are a lot of things that get presented to me in different ways. And when it gets presented to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, I don't share everything with you all because a lot of stuff I don't know how to share. But then there are things that come to me where I'm like, yeah, man, man, that's just too good. You feel me? Like yeah, that's just too. Some of the food be so soulful that I have to share with you. You know what I mean? And so uh, with all of the good energy, man, with all of the love, man, with all of the positive energy that I can muster up, I have to come in here and I just have to give it to you. You know what I mean? As an educator, as hell, as your brother in self-mastery. You feel me? You know what I mean? As this person who's on the earth at the same time as you, walking along this journey at the same time as you in my own respective way. It's only right that we foster this environment where we can share and we can come together and we can work towards getting better because as you all know, I'm going to always put it back on you. Like we can talk about this, we can talk about that. And no matter how you spin it, when you come around me, I'm gonna come back to you and what are you doing to pour into yourself? What are you doing to pursue your purpose? What are you doing to do the things that you're supposed to do with your life? You know what I mean? So we diving into we diving into something, to be honest with you, that can literally change the trajectory of your life. You feel me? It can literally change the trajectory of your life. And that's that. So let me ask you a question. If your life's journey was guided by an internal GPS, right? What's plugged into your GPS? Like life is a journey, and we on this journey of life, and we know that we're we're having directions when we're on a journey, when we're taking a trip, right? We have directions, and now the directions are usually guided by a GPS system that we have. Everybody has a GPS, whether you have a GPS, a Garmin GPS system, or you have a GPS on your phone, or Google Maps, or Apple Maps, or whatever. We all use the GPS. So if your journey of life is guided by a GPS, what is plugged into your GPS? Salute to Joe Delaney pulling double duty. I see you, mama. Thank you so much. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you for showing love on both of the platforms. Thank you. Um, what's in your GPS? Yeah. What's on your what is plugged into your GPS to set you on your course to where you're going? Yeah. We talk about goals, we talk about self-mastery, I talk about growth, personal development, which professional development is personal development. But here's the thing, without the right things plugged into your GPS, none of that stuff matters. Right? None of that stuff matters. And the next thing you know, we kind of moving around and we feel aimless, and we're walking around and navigating this world aimlessly. And there are a lot of people, if you really think about it, and a lot of us are guilty of it, where we're operating and we're moving through this world aimlessly. Like, where are we going? What's the destination? A lot of us don't know what our destination is. And so today I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you all. I'm going to push you. I'm gonna ride your ass like Zorro to get you to at least think about these things that I'm gonna talk about. So I'm gonna challenge you, and I'm going to challenge you to take a look at what is literally in that GPS. I'm literally gonna push you to do that. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just like your personal stoic philosopher, where I believe that we have this GPS, we have this journey, and we're pressing our way through this life, but we have to fundamentally look at what are our coordinates and what is plugged into our GPS. So salute to everybody, all of the returning viewers. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. Salute to everybody catching the live stream live. Salute to everybody that's catching it in syndication. Thank you so much. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, join the conversation, and let's really literally press this thing and journey through this life and work on improving and getting better. And let's do it together. But before we go any further, you already know how I go with me. So let's get to it.
One, two, and I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I post. Up dailies, sip Baileys out the bottle and smoke.
Man, I'm talking about every time I literally implode every time. Big Bridge, I see you. What's up with you? King Vadi, what's happening, man? MJ's Total Health and Wellness Enrichment. What's up with you, brother? I see you. All right. So this is gonna be like, and it's so fundamentally simple that it's crazy, right? And so I believe that, and I'm looking at this, and I've really been on myself, and I've been on myself because I've been really paying attention to what I consume. I pay attention to what I'm watching. I pay attention to the conversations that I'm having. I pay attention to the energy that I allow in my space, and I'm paying attention to the people who I have around and whatnot, right? And so what I said to myself and what I've done to myself, and this is like, no, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but there's no way for me in 2025, because let's we putting the black magic on the tires of 2024. Like it's over. We done cleaned it out, we done washed it, we done waxed it, we done got all the wax off the chrome. Like, nah, we putting the black magic on the tires and hanging up the air freshener, the little tree air freshener, because we getting ready to ride, on out on 2024. But in 2025, there's absolutely no reason for me to be operating outside of the code that I've established for myself. Okay. Like I've told you all, the way that I was raised, the men that raised me, a man has to have a code. Like, you have to have a code. So there's no reason for me in 2025 to be living or be around or be doing anything outside of the code that I've established. Okay. Also, there's absolutely no way in hell that I need to be spending any time around anybody who does not have a code. I don't need to spend time talking to nobody. I don't need to spend time listening to anybody. I don't need to spend time associating, fellowshipping, socializing with anyone who does not have a code. Period. All right. So if we go back and we get into the stoic philosophy of, when I say code, what does that mean? Because I'm realizing in a lot of these ways, we have to start to I got to dig deeper, and I got to provide, like, as an educator in general, I have to provide like a fundamental analysis of things, and this is for myself because that's the way I see the world. Like, I need simplicity. You feel me? I need simplicity. Salute to my brother B About It Farms in the building. What's up with you, bro? I need simplicity. So simply put, when I say code, and it goes over a lot of people's heads because I'm like, yeah, I got a code. I got to, my code, my code. What's a man's code? It's a code. It's a code. It's a code. Stay on code, code, code. What the hell does that mean? What is a code? What does that mean? Like, when you say code, what does that mean? Well, a code basically is a set of principles that you use to navigate life. You should have a set of principles that you employ in order to navigate your life. That's all a code is. It's just a set of principles that you have that you use to navigate your way through the world. Okay? So when you say principles, a lot of people now we say, well, what are principles? What are principles? Like, when you say principles, what does that mean? Principles mean that you have a set of rules or guidelines for yourself as to how you engage with the world. So how do you arrive at having these guidelines or these principles or these rules for engagement that pour into your code? So we got to get to the fun. What is the fundamental basis of these said guidelines? Those guidelines are built around what you actually value. What are your core values? Now, this is the crazy thing. A lot of people gonna play. A lot of people gonna pretend. We not here to play and pretend no more. We not here to play around with this thing. We here to really, like, I really got to get better, and I am really here to master myself and become the absolute best person that I can be, and present that to the world, and so that I can get up out of here empty. I got to become the absolute best version of myself. And that's every day, that's what I'm trying to do. So I don't have time to play around with this no more. The average person does not have a set of core values. In 2024, the average person that you talk to does not have a set of core values. People do not know what they value. And that is why you see people all over the place. You see people all over everything, doing this, doing that, bothering this, bothering that, over here, over there. They're saying this, they're saying that. Men calling each other bitches, and women calling each other bitches, and everybody's is all kind of chaos is the order of the day. Big drama. Everybody wants to be dramatic, and nobody has a core set of values. At the core of everything, you have to have values. People wonder why you're not able to be successful, quote unquote, in this space, and you're not able to achieve certain things. And when you are unable to achieve certain things, right? I have to ask, what are your values, right? Because if you're not able to achieve certain goals, and you have goals and you're not able to achieve those goals, right? All right, that's cool. But what are your values? Because you just may very well have some goals that you've established for yourself that are not in agreement with what your values are. Or if there's an absence of values, then fundamentally everything is flawed. Okay, so I believe that um in living according to your values, that your values will guide your decisions, they shape your goals, and they keep you on track throughout life's twists and turns, right? So, like, for me, for instance, I'm gonna give y'all an example. And this is a real world example right now of what we got going on right now, right? So those of y'all know, we do have the boxing platform. We do cover the sport of boxing. Um, and there are certain things that, for me, with regard to with regard to who I am, there are things that I absolutely refuse to talk about because of my code. So one thing, for instance, I like the drama and stuff that's going on with Clarissa Shields. You will never hear me address that. You will never hear me address that because my code and my values and my principles won't allow me to talk about that. You will never hear me talk about that outside of what I'm saying right now. You won't see any reports, you won't see any videos, you won't see any articles, you won't see anything about that information because of my code. My code won't allow me, my value, sorry, I'm gonna stop saying code because we're talking about values. My values, which have shaped my principles are tied to my code, will not allow me to talk about that. And I don't care anything about any money. I don't care nothing about clicks. I don't care nothing about views. I don't care nothing about any of it. My code, my values will not allow me to talk about that amongst a whole bunch of other stuff. I absolutely refuse to speak on these things because of my values and what it is I actually value. I will much rather come in here and challenge you to look at your values and get 100 views versus talking about that stuff and get 1,000,000 views. I would much rather take my 100 views of me telling you that you have to look at your values. What are your values? What do you value? Salute to my brother Stormy B, man. What do you value as a man or woman? What are your values? And if you talk to the average person today, the average person the average adult in 2024 cannot tell you their core values. So we're behind the deficit starting off out the gate. We've already stumbled out the gate because you get up every day and you navigate and engage this world without a core set of values that are going to navigate the way that you behave. And if you don't have values to navigate the way that you behave, you're going to do any damn thing. And you'll be anywhere and you'll allow anything to come out your mouth. And you'll do this and you'll do that and you'll do this to get money and you do that to get money. And I'm telling you, you have to have, or you allow a person to say this to you, or allow a person to say that to you, or allow a person to do this to you. You have to have a set of values, man. So when I'm talking about your GPS and the way that you're navigating your way through life and what are your coordinates, I'm talking about the coordinates that are in your GPS should be the fundamental coordinates, should be your values. Man, like, and I'm telling you, without your values, without core values, you will be all out of place and all out of pocket in your life. You understand what I'm saying? I remember I've had times in my life where I was just all hustle and no focus, just hustle, 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 hustle. I had goals, make more money, advance my career, improve my health, but without core values, I kept on hitting dead ends. You feel me? And without the focus and the shaping of what my core values are, it was a wrap. So when I really began as a man, and I'm talking about being raised with values and being raised with a code, growing up and engaging the world and realizing, okay, I got to sit down and I got to really figure out or remember who the hell I am. So when I sat down and I identified what truly mattered to me, which is that's all my values are, is what truly matters to me. You understand what I'm saying? Things like integrity. You know what I mean? All I ever want is for my name to be my name. I want my name to mean something. I don't want nobody to be able to be running around here being able to put any kind of stuff on my name. You feel me? Because I come from a long line of extraordinary men. And so I always put my last name first. And you don't ever do anything to shame your last name. Never. You never do nothing. You never do nothing. Don't give up the ship. You don't ever do anything to bring any sort of shame to your name. I believed in family, believe in growth. And when I say growth, I'm talking about development. I'm talking about education. I'm talking about personal growth. So then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't really about achieving the goals. It's about living life that is in alignment with my dearest principles. You feel me? And here's the catch. The catch is, and this is me. I'm talking about me. Like I realize as a man, I should be able to look at you as a man, and I'm supposed to see your principles. And if I look at you as a man and I don't see your principles, you're a man I don't have any business being around. You feel me? So I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm not passing no judgment. I'm not, this ain't that. I'm telling you about how I'm navigating the world from here on out. If I look at you as a man, I should be able to see your principles. Your life should look like your code. And if your life does not look like a code, nah, nah, I have no business being around you. And that's the truth. So everybody in here, like that's it ain't, you don't see me everywhere. You don't see me everywhere. All right, man. So, all right. So let me say this because it wouldn't be me. Um, I'm not gonna just say that to y'all and then not try to help. You feel me? And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. I know a lot of people drop out and don't want to hear this stuff, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't help you. Because only, we all got to get better. We all got to get better. We all got to get better. Um, if you don't have your principles or your values, which most people don't, it ain't you. The trick is that the average person would rather just go watch a video about R. Kelly, you feel me, or Diddy or Clarissa and what she got going on. Like the average person will rather just be entertained by some monkey shit instead of looking at that and wanting to address that and wanting to really get better. You feel me? And so the majority of you all that are listening to this still, you are the ones and the very few chosen ones that are either in agreement with what it is that's going on or realize that you need this information. Like this is soul food. Just like I needed it when it came to me. You feel me? Like I needed it. So if you don't have your it's very difficult to it's very difficult to understand the concept of values, right? And it's supposed to be difficult because you gotta, if you look at a building and you look at your life, let's say you look at your life and you look at your life as a building, as a structure, right? Your values are the foundation of your building. They are that important. They are the foundation. And as we know, without solid foundations, buildings are going to crumble. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see people who enter into the entertainment industry and things happen to them, and then all of a sudden they're going crazy and they're on dope, or they're acting out, or they're having meltdowns, or they're coming out about their true Hollywood stories and so on and so forth. You have to understand that that building was built, and it was not built with a solid foundation. It wasn't built with a solid foundation. Your principles, your values are the foundation of your building. Period. If it's a vehicle, your frame. You understand what I'm saying? Your chassis for your vehicle is your values. That's the values. And so you have to establish those values. So the way I would establish the values, right? And what I had to do was, first and foremost, you got to realize what your core values are. Salute to Meek Meek. What's up with you, baby? Happy hour conversations with Tamika. Y'all be sure to go subscribe to my sister. Also go subscribe to my brother Stormy B Man in the building. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Go subscribe, go check out his content, and go check out my sister Joe Delaney. Beautiful Joe. She's running around here somewhere. Be sure to go subscribe to Joe Delaney. That's JO_DELANEY. Go show love to Joe Delaney. So you got to realize what values are. So values are non-negotiables, right? They are the absolute non-negotiable core things that define who you are and how you show up in the world. That's what a core value is. They serve as filters for decisions, and they help you stay true to yourself, especially when life gets challenging as it always does. What are your core values? You understand what I'm saying? That's what a value is. It's non-negotiable. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't go. It's non-negotiable. The problem, one of the main problems that we deal with things in modern times is there are too many gray areas. You understand what I'm saying? You can wake up today and decide you don't want to be a man anymore. You want to be a woman. You feel me? And that's on the table. You understand what I'm saying? And the world is and people are expected to just accept it. You feel me? And not look at you like something happened. You feel me? And if you're one of the few people that say, hey man, something happened, something's wrong, something's not right with that situation, then you're the one that's ostracized. We're in a very, very different time. But at the end of the day, what are your core values? You feel me? And they have to be non-negotiable. When you have clear values, you know what to say yes to and you know what to decline. You understand what I'm saying? And and that goes back to the example that I used with my content and with me and how you haven't gotten a lot of boxing content from me recently because everything the boxing conversation has been saturated with mess, and there are very few people who are consistently going the Stormy B-Man route and actually consistently and constantly talking about the sport of boxing and not giving way to the bullshit. You feel me? And it's the same thing in news. It's the same thing in entertainment. The same thing in sports. People are constantly gravitating towards the mess, the messiness. And so it's very difficult to live to create content and not give way to that. You understand what I'm saying? So but you know what to say when you are guided by and you have these core values, you know what to say yes to and know what to decline. And they keep you your values keep you consistent, they keep you grounded, and they keep you resilient. Okay, I'm not gonna ask y'all about y'all values. I really want y'all to go do the work. Like, this is the work that you got to go do. You know, like they say, shadow work. This is the work you got to go do with yourself. I'm not gonna put you on Front Street. I'm not gonna ask y'all what your principles are, or excuse me, what your values are, or none of that. Like, this is work you really got to do. So, I you start with identifying your core values. I would make it easy, and I would establish four. I think four is a nice, even number that you can work with regard to your core principles. It's very, very easy. Four is a fundamental number, and it helps. You know what I'm saying? Um, for me, reflect on what matters to you. Think about moments in your life when you felt most fulfilled, when you felt most proud, moments in your life that provided you the most happiness, people in your life, situations, instances when you felt like when you were your best self. Think about those moments. Brainstorm, and literally sit down and brainstorm values. Like, what do you actually value? And I say come up with a list of about 10, right? Like 10 of these values or these words that stand out to you. You feel me? Words that invoke a certain emotion in you when you write it down. For me, a big one is family. You write down family. It's like, oh yeah, it's one of them ones. You feel me? Um, you might write down God or the creator or the great spirit. You write that down, right? You look at it and you like, yeah, it invokes something in you. So you have these words that you write down, and then get about 10 of them. You understand what I'm saying? Then out of that 10, this is where you have to get for real, because the goal is to from that 10, and this don't mean that you have to disregard the six that don't make your final four, because you can employ those other 6 in your life, but you got to have 4 that you stand on. I want to give y'all my 4 so bad I can taste it, but I'm not going to do it in here. You got to come over to the Simple Truth Network and join the Simple Truth Network, and we'll have this conversation over there in that community. And over there, I'll share my 4 core principles that guide my life. You feel me? But you narrow it down to 4. And then this 4 is going to be the absolute 4 core values that you cannot live without. You cannot live with, if you don't have these 4 values, you cannot live. You figure out what those 4 are out of that 10, and those are your 4 core principles. Those are your 4 core principles. And the way that you test it is you ask yourself, if I remove this value, will I still recognize myself? Will I be me without this value? You understand what I'm saying? And if the answer is no, then that is one of your core principles. That principle, or excuse me, that value is that it is that essential in your life that it is one of the core. You understand it is one of the core. So once again, you reflect, you come up with about 10 values. You narrow that down to 4. You test them, and you test them by asking yourself, if I remove this from my life, would I still recognize myself? Not nobody else. Would I recognize myself? You feel me? I man, I almost slipped up because I was about to give y'all one of my values, but I'm not. My 4 values, I'm a go over and I'm gonna present them to the family over at the in the Simple Truth Network. And that's that, man. And today, and not even by to the end of the day show, but those of y'all who gonna dive in and gonna really do this work by the end, I want by the end of the week, I ain't gonna say today, but by the end of the week, I want you to have done the work and actually have your 4 core principles. Like, what are your 4 core principles? You understand what I'm saying? Now, your, or excuse me, not I keep saying principles, is values. So let me rewind the tape for anybody that might have missed it. So you have values. Core values are your fundamental, those are your fundamental core essential values. Your values will allow you to shape your principles. Your principles are shaped around your values, and the principles are the things that you use to navigate this world. So your principles create a code for you, which then is what you use to operate in the world. But your principles and values are not the same. Your values shape your principles, and your principles are, it's like your principles are the actions and the direct actions and the direct manifestations of your values, but your values are at the core. I keep using them interchangeably, but they're not interchangeably. You have values shape your principles shapes your code, like your absolute code of operation. So when somebody sees Tamika and they say, all right, Tamika has a code, that's Tamika's code. Tamika has a code. When you see Tamika, Tamika is like this. This is Tamika's character. This is Tamika's actions. This is the activity that Tamika involves herself in. You feel me? This is Tamika's code. And that is the way that you interact in the world. And that's shaped, the code is shaped by your principles. Principles are shaped by your values at the core. So I'm using this stuff interchangeably, but it's not interchangeably. Okay. So I want to stop there. I want to keep going, but I want to stop. I kind of want to stop there. So let me buzz through this. So the values, once again, will guide your principles. And when you're using your principles, that is how you shape your goals and the things that you want to accomplish and things that you want to do in your life. And your goals should flow naturally from your values at the end of the day. And so if you're setting goals, your goals should be in alignment with your values. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't, if I value, let's say I value, and I'm gonna give an example. Let's say one of my core values involves being a father, right? And fatherhood. Okay. So if I set a goal for something for myself, right? And that goal is something that would take me away from my children, then that goal is not in agreement with my core values. Does that make sense? So I have a if I value, and one of my core values is fatherhood, right? And I have a goal of accomplishing something that's going to take me away from my children. That goal is not in agreement with my core values. Does that make sense? And so that is why you have to use your values and your principles to shape your goals with regard to what it is that you want to achieve. I'm hoping that makes sense. But your goals should align with your values, making them more meaningful and more sustainable. You feel me? So, but anyway, all right. Man, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I want to keep going, but I gotta stop. Um, Having your values and your goals is great, but also the thing that you have to do is you have to remain consistent. You have to create routines that support your values. You feel me? Like your values should be regimented, and they're regimented by the way that you engage the world and the routines that you set for yourself. It might be a morning a meditation, you feel me, to remind you or to honor your mindfulness. You might volunteer, once a month somewhere. You might do things in the community, you know what I'm saying? You might be intentional with setting aside family time. You know what I mean? So it might be some time every week that, all right, this is family time. You know what I'm saying? Because family might be at the core, might be one of your core values. But also, more importantly than consistency, is you have to be accountable, and you have to have accountability. Nobody wants to be accountable for anything in 2024. In modern times, accountability is a dirty word, and nobody wants to be accountable. Excuse me. Nobody wants to be accountable. Nobody wants to be accountable to anything. But accountability can come from many different things. But I believe that it is important for you to get around like-minded individuals and to have not a huge number of relationships. Listen to me on this. Tamika, listen to this. If you still here, listen to me, Meek. It's not important for you to have a large number of relationships, friendships, and whatever. Is not important. The number of people that like you and the number of people that you have relationships. King Vonnie, listen to me. Winston, old school Winston Lee, Felix Nunez, listen to me. The number of people that you have relationships and that you talk to with, and so on and so forth, and that you're cool with, that's not important. The important piece of this is the quality of the relationships that you have with folks. That's what's important. The quality of the relationships. I have relationships. I don't have a lot of friends. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I got people that, care for me, and I got people that I engage with. I don't have a lot of friends. But the people that I have friends with, I have very deep and very intimate friendships. You feel me? I got very deep, very intimate friendships to the degree that if I perish untimely and I am not here, these motherfuckers got marching orders as to how I want my business carried out. You understand? Bruh, don't have them motherfuckers around my kids. Make sure that you come check on my babies, bro. Make sure you come get my son. Make sure that you got my son and you raise him as your own, bro. Like, those are the types of relationships that I have. You feel me? If I have that deep relationship with you, then your kids call me. You feel me? Your children call me. Hey, Uncle Cal. Hey, Uncle Cal. Hey, Uncle Cal. You understand? So what I'm telling you is, get off of that number of relationships and, oh, I know this person and, oh, I know that person. Get away from all that name dropping and, oh, I can call this person to get a favor and, oh, I can call this person to get. Now, who you gonna call when 50 niggas be talking about kicking your ass? You feel me? In my MJG voice, who can you call when 50 niggas be talking about kicking your ass? Like, your life The value of your life is going to be largely shaped by the quality of the relationships that you have, the intimate quality relationships that you have. When you feel like taking yourself up out of here, now we're going to talk about real life. When you feel like you can't go no further, you don't know what you gonna do. Everything you touch has turned to shit, and you feel like it's time for you to just check yourself up out of here and go figure out what's next. Who you gonna be able to call that's gonna come see about you and say, nah, that ain't what we finna do, bro. What we finna do is X, Y, and Z. Who can you call with that information? You understand what I'm saying? Fuck the internet, fuck all this. Man, I'm trying not to golly. Y'all got me cursing. Forget everything else. Forget all the other stuff. Who can you call when your chips are all the way down and everything's breaking bad? Who can you call? The quality of those relationships. That is where your accountability comes in. When a person is gonna tell you, nah, bro, you bullshitting. I'm sitting here watching you throw your whole life away. Nah, you bullshitting. Nah, you're balking at a tremendous opportunity. You feel me? Nah, bro, you tripping. Who gonna tell you, nah, you tripping? Nah, bro, you tripping. Nah, what you gonna do is this, and this. You tripping. Your life is gonna be shaped by the quality of your relationships. All of this, like y'all understand that we are. I'm trying not to get into. I'm trying not to cross over into the spirit, into the spiritual realm, into the spiritual conversation. But we are in the age of information, and so all of this stuff that we've learned and that we believe to be true, we're finding out is not the truth. And we are in this age where reality is the only thing that matters. You feel me? And so all of this, I know a million people, and you feel me? They owe me 100 favors, and that don't nah, motherfucker. Who? Dang, I'm trying not to cuss. What's going on with the quality of your relationships? Who around you is really family? Who around you is going to hold you accountable for what it is that you say you're trying to accomplish, for the things that you say that you want to do? Who's going to hold you accountable? Those are the people that you have to be around. Who can you look at and you look them square in their eyes and you see their values in their eyes? You see their values in the way that they live their life. You see their values in their conversation. You see their values in the way that they engage the world. And if you're a person and you're living a life with core values and you're allowing your core values to shape your principles and you're living a principled life, then there's no way in the world in 2025 you're supposed to be around a person that is not bringing that same energy to their own life. It's not possible. It's no way. And if you are, you out of pocket. And I don't care. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's one of your brothers, one of your homeboys, one of your childhood friends, your mama, your daddy, your uncle. You feel me? Your grandpa. I don't give. I don't give a kitty. I don't care who it is. If they are not living a life that reflects their core values, you have absolutely no reason being around them. None whatsoever. I don't care who it is. And the people who you are around and who you have these relationships with and these intimate relationships with, you feel or you've identified who have these values and who are living in accordance to their core values. Those are the people you should be having intimate relationships, these intimate relationships with. You should have a deeper understanding, a deeper conversation. I'm over here trying to build this business, but I'm trying to do it the right way. I'm not taking nobody's money. I'm not misappropriating nobody's funds. I'm not selling snake oil. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not scamming. I'm not doing none of that. And if I look at you and I see you doing the same thing, and you're living a life in accordance to your principles and your values, then we should be having conversations. We should be exchanging. But once again, it is not about the number of people that you know. Like I really wish that I could, man. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not about the number of surface level relationships that you have. It's about the intimate relationships. It's about the relationships that are based on love and accountability and honesty and integrity. Ah, man. But your values, they're not meant to be they're not meant to be locked in your head, and they're not secretive or no none of that. You feel me? They should be, people should look at you and they should be able to see what it is that you value. All right, y'all. I gotta get ready to go, man. Salute to you. I'm sorry. The conversation y'all done went deep, and I ain't been engaging with the chat or nothing because I suck. You feel me? But I want to wrap this up. Remember that your values are your compass. Your values are your compass. That's your GPS. Your values are your coordinates that are programmed into your GPS to get you where you're going in this life. When you update your GPS, it'll ensure that you headed in the right direction. A lot of us, man, are not heading in the right direction, or even worse, we don't know where we're going because we have not identified our values. Like, you don't know what you value. Have absolutely no idea what you value. None whatsoever. And that's that. All right, man. So my final thoughts is to establish your establish your core values. You should have 4 of them. You should have 4 of them. No more than 4, man. Keep it simple. What are your 4 values? You're going to create goals that align with your values. And then you want to also, like I said before, you want to get around like-minded people, and you want to check in with them to bounce ideas off of them, and also to establish relationships that are based on love and accountability. You feel me? If this conversation brought you some value, man, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share. Don't just keep this to yourself. Invite folks to come out and check us out over here, at the Black Coffee Club live. Man, salute to you all. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. Also, man, y'all can catch me if you're looking for me. You can follow the link. The link is in the description. JuniorTheTruth.com is where you can find me. All things Junior the Truth. You can come plug in over at the Simple Truth Network, www.thesimpletruth.network. I know a few people saying they want to reach out to me. Y'all better come pull up on me over on the Simple Truth Network, www.thesimpletruth.network. It is our very own super information exchange. Y'all see all of the contact information. Once again, the content is what it is. It's, the monetization is not going to be there because this is dangerous, harmful content. So it's not going to be monetized. But if you do want to show love and social support, you can always go. We have merchandise. You can go over to the shop, the Truth Shop, www.thetruthshop.com. You can buy some merchandise over there at thetruthshop.com. Or you can hit the Cash App. You can go over to the Black Gentleman Grooming Company, www.theblackgent.com. The Black Gentleman Grooming Company. We do have a line of all natural handcrafted groomer products, specifically with you in mind. So be sure to come check us out, www.theblackgent.com. So you can go over to theblackgent.com and show love. There's so many ways for you to show love and show support. It's ridiculous. But if you support the content, man, then you can just, show love. But most importantly, man, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe if you haven't done so, man, and share. Most importantly is just share this information, man. But salute to y'all. Thank y'all so much. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you, man. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. Man, where are you going? Where are you going? This is Junior the Truth signing off, man. I'm giving you a daily reminder to view your life like a pair of dice. Until your life looks like a paradise, man. I'm Ohio-born player, made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I love you and ain't nothing you could do about it. And I got to keep pushing, baby.
We offer the best grooming products for you. Dress all natural and handcrafted too. We want to help be your swagger, your style, class, and luxury. We make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the Black Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. The Black Gentleman Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
JuniorTheTruth.com.